Hey everybody, look at this, we've got blue sky. First time in about a week. So we've got the old helicopter out and we're off to a field somewhere in the east of England for a work pickup. So let's get on board and get going. Right, let's get this show on the road. I've never actually been to where we're going. It's just a field next to a house. I was told with the initial brief that there's no wires in the field. But naturally, being the cynical person that I am, I'm assuming there's wires there. And when I looked on Google Earth, yep, you can see where the wires are. None.
Browse mode.
Why would you be in that mode, you stupid iPad thing? Honestly, not hard. Portrait. Yeah.
Hello, CFI Kilo Echo Yankee will change. Have a good day.
Bye, Echo Yankee.
My phone's been playing originally. It keeps just
Golf
restarting
Papa Yankee,
itself.
Morning Bravo, ready for departure.
Probably just a sign of age.
Rob Papa Yankee, take off at your discretion. Left-hand circuit. 270, 9 knots.
Golf Papa Yankee taking off.
There is a microlight in the circuit ahead of you, and the circuit, the cloud base is quite marginal for circuits as it's only just above 1,000 feet.
Thank you, Papa Yankee. We'll make sure we keep away from everything.
Stansted in next. That. Bit of low pressure today. Everything works.
Rotor low, rotor low, rotor low, rotor low.
Austria information, good morning, helicopter November 119 Sierra X-ray.
119 Sierra X-ray, pass your message.
Good morning, one on board, outbound private site in Suffolk, requesting input information.
It's 26 left hand. The QNH is 996.
26 left, 996, lifting now.
And did you say private site in Suffolk?
Hey, firm in Suffolk, and then I'll be back at some point later on.
And how many on board now?
Just me.
Okay, got all that. You can lift, and there's an orange R44 at the western end of the grass. You can lift and cross.
Cover traffic, lifting now, crossing and departing route Bravo. P's out of the way, nothing else to affect, nothing on the runway, nothing on the runway.
Keep down,
Good.
Golf Bravo Yankee, report final.
Okay, Golf Bravo.
Austria information, Golf Kilo Echo Victor Bravo. Request.
Now, if anybody watched my Twitch stream, that would look very familiar.
Victor Bravo, taxi
Speaking of
to
which,
the pump.
if anybody wants or is interested in gaming,
Victor Bravo.
I'm doing Twitch streams in the mornings on X-Plane or something similar, aviation themed, mostly helicopter stuff. And then in the evenings, whatever game takes my fancy. So I'll leave a link in the description down here somewhere. If anybody's interested in Twitch, video games, etc. Yeah, that was the plug. We're heading out route Bravo. There's no point climbing up. We're going to go underneath the mandatory transponder zone at Stansted, which is 1,500 feet. So there's no point going to any great altitude. But the wind behind us, so it's only going to be 25 minutes or so to get there. There's not a lot to see. So we'll start this again, or resume this rather, when we get a bit closer to the site. Right, so we've got a couple of minutes left to go. I've never been into the site before, so we'll do a quick recce when we get there. First thing we're looking for is our initial point, our IP point, which is a prominent feature on the ground that's easily recognisable. Just to orientate myself, we don't necessarily have to fly the aircraft over the initial point, but we just use it so we can figure out where we're actually going, not just rely solely on the GPS. Then when we get there, make sure we're high enough over the town. Then when we get there, we'll be looking at the site for a number of different criteria. There's a whole load of S's which we use when we're looking at any site. We stand for size, big enough, what shape is it round, is it rectangular, what the surface comprises of, is it something the aircraft might pick up and throw around like dust or leaves or that kind of stuff. We're supposed to check the slope during a reconnaissance as well, but the reality is you're not going to see any slope from any kind of altitude, everything just looks flat. We're then looking for what surrounds the site, which is probably the most important thing, because the final S that we need is our chutes, our route in and out. And it's ideally you want to be into wind, and there's a really nice little wind indicator up there in that smoke in front of us. So the wind is west-southwesterly. Having looked at the site on Google Maps, it looks like the only route in and out is actually from the west, so we're going to have to do a downwind arrival and a into-wind departure. But we should be there in 2 minutes. So we'll have a quick orbit round, have a look, see if we can spot the yellow ticket. And we'll head in. So it is pretty much on the smoke. So our initial point is down over there on the right. Road runs out of it into this little village in front of us, and the site should be on a road running out of that little village. It's quite a small site, so in the interest of not whizzing right over the top of it, let's slow down a little bit. The problem is Google Maps is never exactly up to date. Where is the site? Where is the site? E-I-E-P-O, where is the site? So that's our little road that we're crossing there. I think that's the road running up to our right. But I reckon the site is just in those trees, bang on the nose. Wires to the left running across the northern side of it. Just check the configuration of the houses, and I can see my passenger. Snowy! I can see my passenger from here. So yeah, wires on the north side, so we're not going to approach from the north. We're going to do a left-hand orbit and come down along the wires. He's not missing away from here. Yep, that'll do nicely. We'll lose the altitude now, make the approach along the wires, making sure we don't hit those. You want a nice shallow approach because we'll be downwind. Well, I can see some chickens, but they don't let yellow from here. First approach into any confined area that you're not familiar with should always be to a go-around. And at the point you decide to go around, you make the decision, yes, I'm going to land, or no, I'm not. We've got more cables in front of us there. There's no embarrassment in doing a missed approach and going around. It's far better to do that and get yourself into a situation you don't like. Across the wires over a pylon. Nice big gap in the field, in the trees rather. Nice and low now, so as we bring the speed back, we should get our rate to set nice and low because we are downwind. Settle without into our own downwash. Let's give those chickens a little bit more of a wide berth. Oh, they are actually quite yellow. A little bit of an upslope, that should be fine. Open ground landing, so we put it down nice and gently. Yep, we're secure on the ground. You can have a thumbs up. There we are, guys. Remember, follow me on Twitch, and I'll see you next time. Good day.